So we'll fast forward, and we think we're on a good pace right now. We'll fast forward to the topic as far as, our discussion topic. And this one is really, where are people today and where do they want to be if they might not be where they want to be, especially in light of things changing and all. With, what do people use for their email, for IT and their business? Are they 100% on the cloud? I know I did that a long time ago. Or have you moved everything to software as a service? Are you running Google Workspace? Are you in an Outlook environment? Do you have your own IT? I know it's different based on sizes. Is it in-house? Are you doing it yourself? Are you just don't know what to do because you're stuck doing it all yourself and it's just a pain? I just want to stop talking and let people talk about, this particular area. Technology is such an important part of everyone's business. And what are they doing with it? Like, not us, everyone has the advantage of a, call the help desk kind of scenario. So
Dennis, I'll chime in. I'm actually giving a webinar with a bank on the 18th, February 18th, about this topic. So it'll be a good prequel to that. But for me, when I started my company in 2019, I thought I want everything in the cloud, and I want to utilize technology like to its fullest capacity. And then I sort of just took all of my previous jobs and their best practices with technology and what platforms they used. And then I sort of put it all together for my own company. So I use Google Workspace for email, any online meetings. I do the Google meetups. I use the chat for my employees and I through Google. So that's definitely it's efficient because it integrates with a lot of other softwares and software as a service. So then for my CRM, I use Hubspot, and I wanted to be very lean as a startup when I first started. And HubSpot offers a free CRM to small businesses. And so, I think you can send up to, it also has an email component, a mass email component to it, which is super user friendly. It's like drag and drop components. You can pick it up in like 5 minutes, how to use it, and create an email and send to your list. And I think for free, you can do 2,500 emails per month, which, I'm not even there yet, and I'm a marketing company. So, that can take you a long way. And then for website building, I use Weebly, and you don't have to pay for it until you're actually paying for the, just the server and the hosting and all that stuff. So you can build an entire website before actually paying for it. So Weebly is the website building program. And then for project management software, I use my team, I use Asana. I don't know if any of you have heard of Asana, but
I've heard of it.
It's super efficient, user-friendly. It's free forever. Of course, there's a paid version. So if you want to do more, then you have to pay for it. But just like HubSpot, like in a previous company I worked for, we were paying $26,000 a year for HubSpot, and I'm using it for free. Of course, there's features you cannot use, but definitely a startup or small business can go around those things. And same with Asana. So Asana, I think the business, it's probably the second or third package that you can get. I think it's $24 a user per month. And I just have the free version, and it's perfectly, it integrates with your email. So does HubSpot, by the way. So if somebody sends you a new email on HubSpot, it will automatically add to your CRM, which is nice. But in terms of Asana, anytime a task is added to your task list or your employees, it automatically sends them an email. And all of these things you can have on your phone as well. The app on your phone, so you can do everything you could on the desktop on your phone. So anyway, those are just two really good ones that, and of course, QuickBooks for accounting. It's not free. It's $35 a month approximately, but it's awesome. I mean, at the end of the year, when you're doing your taxes, like you don't have to do anything. Your accountant has access to it, and they take all of your information. You literally, they even send the 1099s to your employees. So it's really, really efficient. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for technology.
Only because you brought up QuickBooks, I'll bring up the fact that Xero actually, QuickBooks is kind of the monopoly of the space, and they definitely overcharge. And that was one of the reasons why Xero came out of New Zealand, and they've just exploded, and they've been growing every year after. They're about 50%. Their premium version is half the cost of QuickBooks, and they go cheaper from there based on what you need, and you only turn on the features as you need them. Unlike QuickBooks, they throw everything out. You have everything. So again, I would highly recommend, if you're looking at from an accounting perspective, everyone thinks of QuickBooks. So again, QuickBooks is kind of like, they built off that brand name, and you're overpaying for the brand. And then the other part about QuickBooks, they built their own world so that they can continuously 26,000 in cost, where Xero is really conduit. You can pull in, push things out, and all they care about is getting their $15 a month. You can do it effectively and affordably. Actually works just as well, if not better, in some situations than QuickBooks. So again, QuickBooks is the brand name everyone knows, and they count on that. So that's my only input on from an accounting perspective on the accounting software.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, I have the on-premises QuickBook, so that's not so bad. I'm not paying the service, but I use for my IT. I have a managed service provider, a company. IT guys that are sort of outsourced. It costs a few $100 a month. It helps. These guys are on call 24/7. If I need them, they're good with the business. So I haven't really explored other stuff. Anybody else using like a service provider for their IT support?
That's what I was wondering. How many people are just kind of stuck doing it all themselves and would love to use a service provider, but they just don't have the bandwidth or the wherewithal or the budget to do it?
I do it myself.
I'm in-house.
Literally, right? So great. Someone was about to say something. We got and the conversation continued.
So this is Lisa. I just want to ask Desiree, the email, is that through Hubspot?
What email?
Did you mention the email is free to list, free to have an email that will, I think, send it over to an email you want. Was that with HubSpot or is that separate?
Both HubSpot and Asana will send you emails for, what I was saying is that you integrate HubSpot with your email, whether it's Outlook, whether it's Google, it doesn't matter. And then every time you get a new email, it adds to your CRM automatically.
Okay. Oh, thank you. And great information. And I just want to say too, I've used Weebly. I just used Weebly to set up a website recently, and it was super easy to use. And I'm not a techie at all, but I think it actually came out quite nice. So I think that Weebly is a really good option.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you can do some of the email marketing with the HubSpot as well. That's where up to $2,500 a month, you can send outward bound emails as well, kind of like a MailChimp.
Thank you.
Great.
I saw Lisa's website and she did a fantastic job. I was very surprised, actually.
Me too, Bev.
It was
Look
very
forward
to-
Lisa's website was very nice. I thought it was very good too, Lisa.
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.